guys, today I will be explaining about the topic company meetings. So company meetings is nothing but a meeting which is conducted in a company for various purposes. Like we used to have meetings where we discuss about the important matters and where we actually discuss what's the problem going on and what can we give the solutions. All these things are discussed in a meeting. So the same way in a company meeting they will be discussing about the matters which is happening in the company and what all the problems that are arising out of the company and how can they give solutions regarding the company matters. So I will be briefing about the board meetings and various company meetings. Basically, the introduction says that company meetings are vital for an organizational communication and decision making, as it is really important. Yeah, without a meeting, where the meeting is conducted between a various group of people where the opinions are different, so actually we have to have a meeting so that their opinions matters. We will have many kinds of opinion, and this opinion leads to a better decision, and they enable alignment on goals, sharing updates, and solving issues. This presentation basically covers all the types of meetings and their role and their importance. Types of company meetings. Shareholder meeting. Basically, in a shareholder meeting where all the shareholders of the company will be there. Shareholders are the owners of the company, not the CEO, not the CFO, not the COO. Only the shareholders are the owners of the company, so they will be having a meeting. They will be discussing about the meetings, and here I listed out the three kinds of meetings, which is annual general meeting, where we in short form we tell it as AGM. It is held once a year. It is really mandatory for every company. Every listed and non-listed company should need to conduct this meeting, and they all discuss. What will they discuss is all about. They will discuss about the annual account. They will be discussing about the dividend which they have to pay for the equity shareholders, preference shareholders, and how much debentures they should pay, and the appointment of new director and auditor if there is any appointment needed. And they will be also discussing about the important features that needs to be added into the company and which needs to be removed from the company for the betterment of the company. And extraordinary general meeting. In this meeting, it is actually conducted for the emergency or the special situation where all the shareholders can't only rely on this company. They will be working in different sectors, so any important matter needs to be discussed, have to conduct a meeting. And this kind of meetings will be conducted where it is really important, where all the shareholders opinion has to be discussed. That's the time the all this extraordinary general meeting will be conducted in any emergency case or in any special situations. For example, when the war broke out, when the war broke out in when the war broke out in Iran, so that's when all the companies had this emergency general meeting, because it is out of nowhere. It is like arising out of nowhere, and no one has an idea that it is actually really important, and they don't have an idea this war will be coming. So if it is in the if they would have predicted, they would have discussed this in the annual general meeting. It was not predicted. It was not told by anyone. It was arising out of nowhere. So this meeting was being conducted in most of the companies, and this is where the urgent decisions are taken. Because I will take a company for example. A company has a project for about 1 crore, and suddenly there is a increase and there is a rise in the US dollar. So their budget will be changing accordingly. For that budget changing, they would have conducted the emergency extraordinary general meeting. And this is where the meeting is conducted where the emergency matter, so which has to be discussed, where we can't have annual general meeting every single time. And the next thing is class meeting. Class meeting is nothing but I will give you an example. Basically, you will be having a class, right? We are in a class. We will be having some kind of meetings. We would be discussing about our class. We will be discussing about some kinds of events we would have planned, and all these kinds are called as class meeting. And it is the same kind of things. Think you are a class of shareholder or a debenture holder or a set of creditors. You will be having one kind of meeting. Among that, you will be discussing what can we do for the company, and how what are the can we ask a rise in the shareholders dividend, can we ask more amount to pay back fast to us, like that. And all these kinds of meetings will be conducted, and they will be discussing all kinds of things. And the next thing is they have specific rights attached to it, so you would be discussing all these kinds of things. Next is board meeting. Board meetings are formal gatherings where a company director used to discuss about the strategic decision and the financial performance and the governance of the company. And they will be giving the balance sheet. They will be discussing about the balance sheet. They will be discussing about all the financial crises they faced and what are the predicted financial problems they predicted and how are they going to face it. Because it's a meeting which is basically conducted between the directors, and this meeting basically focuses on the company's direction, and if there is any misunderstanding in the company's direction, they would be discussing about it and they would be pointing out towards the problem that they are facing and ensure compliance and evaluating the executive management. If they face any managerial issues, if they have any problems inside internal, they would be discussing about it and they would be trying to sort it out. Staff meeting, it's among the employees, it's among the employee and the management. So where the team leads and the directors, or the team leads and the HR, basically I take an example of IT companies where they will be having a more team leads, and the team leads and the HR will be in a meeting. They will be discussing about various kinds, and they will be discussing about the upcoming projects, and they will be asking about the team updates. They will be asking about what are the challenges that they are facing and what are the supports that the HR can do for the team, and what are the possible collaboration they can do, and they have to provide clarity on the project that they are doing in, and they would be encouraging and they would be asking more feedbacks. They would be assigning task, they would be giving more clarity if they have any problem regarding it, and the HR would be directing the team leads and what all the next steps to do and how to make the team to work in a proper direction. All these things will be discussed in those meetings. Next is project meeting. Project meeting is basically between the team lead and the team, where the coordinating will be done, where they will be assigning tasks, where they will be assigning the progress of the project that the team lead have given to the team, and they will be ensuring what all the responsibility the team members have to take, and they will be seeing the project goals. They will be having deadlines, they will be having these all kinds of promoting all kinds of collaboration, timely management. All these things will be discussed between the HR and the it's not HR, between the team lead and the team members. Team lead will be directing the team members what all the next step to do and what all the problems that the team is facing. It will be discussed and they will be trying to sort it out. Next, I will be explaining the board meetings in detail. Purpose and objective. The primary purpose of board meetings is to guide the company's strategic decision and oversee its management, because this is a meeting where the directors will be in, right? So they will be discussing about, is the management working good, is the management is it in right part. If not so, they will be like, okay, let's change the director, let's choose some other director, and they will be like sharing the part of the work from the director. There are many kinds of director, right? There are dormant directors, there are sleeping directors, and there are full-time directors, there are part-time directors. We have so many kinds of directors, and they will be all having their respective roles to do in the company. And the objective is like, they will be the most important thing to discuss is the financial performance, because a company, if it's going in profit, we need to discuss a lot of things. We need to improve the company, and even if we get a profit of 1 crore today, like this year, we have to aim for a profit of at least 3 crore by next year. So this is what the stable growth is all about. They will be analyzing, is the company is in a consistency profit, if they face any losses, how we are going to tackle it. All these things will be discussed in the financial meeting, which is the board meeting. And if they according to the new things, new ideas, according to the new generations, they will be like setting policies, because we have to be flexible in this world to survey. If we are very stubborn, if we are very we won't change, like that attitude if you carry on, you can't be surviving in this society. You have to be flexible and evaluating risk and ensuring legal compliances. Basically, they will be discussing about the risk. They are like, actually they have predicted risk, some kind of predicted risk, and there will be many abnormal risk happening also. So risk is basically some risks are predicted, some risks are not predicted. So basically they will be discussing about the risk. If this kind of risk comes in, how they are going to tackle it. They will be discussing about all these things, and they will be ensuring about the legal compliances. These companies are critical to maintain a corporate governance and a long-term sustainability. A company which is running today has to be sustainable, because there are things, we have seen many example of companies where they will be earning profit, but after some days they will be facing losses. They will be, then at the end they will be winding up. So these companies have to ensure that they are in the long run. They should not be in short run. They should be in a long run, and they have to be sustainable. So roles and responsibility. Board meetings involve directors who have specific roles. The chairperson is leading the meeting and the CEO provides all the information. The chairperson is the head, and next comes the CEO, next comes the CFO. All kinds of people will be there in the meeting, and they will be discussing, and the board members will be there. Board members are selected by the directors of the company, and basically all these board members will be presented in the meeting. They will be saying their point of view, and they will be explaining a lot of things, where the directors will come to a final decision. At the last, the chairperson, what is he saying, will come to the end, and that will be the result of the meeting. All these things will be discussed. The roles will be, all the board members needs to be presented there, and they have to play their role properly. And the responsibilities are like, they will be taking the decision. It's not like annual general meeting. They will be conducting the meeting whenever they think that it is needed, because it's like, if a company is there and there will be some kind of unexpected things happening, so we need to be very flexible, we need to be very strong to face all these things, right? So they will be there, they will be conducting meetings. These responsibilities are like, they have to take decision, they have to monitor the company's performance, they have to analyze whether the company is going in a proper way, whether their company is under the proper management, or there needs any change in the management, and they have to safeguard the shareholders interest also. And meeting procedure and protocols. Meetings will be like a procedure to maintain an order and efficiency. If the meeting is today, the announcement will be given to the shareholders before 1 month, and the shareholder needs to be ready with all their kinds of preparation. And this includes preparing an agenda, distributing materials in advance, recording minutes, and adhering to a formal voting process. Protocols ensure safety, accountability, and structured decision within the boardroom. Actually, whatever the things that are discussed in the meeting will be taken notes by the secretary, and it will be presented, and it will be sent to all the shareholders to get their approval. Before all these things happen, before 1 month, the agenda will be prepared for this meeting, and it will be given, it will be shared to all the board members and the shareholders and the directors of the company. They will be analyzing it, and they will be coming to the meeting on the formal day. It's a very formal meeting. There could not be any changes in the meeting, and there should not be any time delay in this also. This meeting basically gives us the transparency, and they will be discussing about the accountability of the company, and they will be having a boardroom to discuss all these kinds of things. Conclusion. Board meeting serves as a cornerstone of a corporate governance. You may not see, when you are a public, you may not see what's going on inside a company, and you may not see that all these things are working behind. When you are in a company, when you're inside the company, that's when you come to an understanding that, oh, these many things happen inside a company, and these many people are responsible. When you are in a company, you must be responsible to your role. You must be very proper to your role. That's when all these kinds of meetings will be successful. And these meetings are when, for example, if I say a company is producing some kind of food, like consuming food they are producing, but you may not know what is the process behind it. When you are inside the company, you will understand, you will come to know that there will be many process inside the company, and that's the same thing happens in a company also. You may not know what all the meetings happening inside a company, and what all the decision that they are taking. So big MNCs to small enterprise, there will be such kinds of meeting. The only thing is, it differs on people. In MNCs and all, directors, board members will be there, and small enterprise, only the owners and the employees will be there, and their managers will be there. So it depends upon the company and depends upon the situations. So this is where the effective leaderships work properly, and it is conducted for the transparency and the accountability between the company directors and the board members, and it helps to understand whether the company is within the goals and it is ultimately achieving its aim and supporting to the sustainable business growth. Thank you so much for listening to my video. Thank you.